out of harm's way before, T-Wolf decided that he wanted to feast on Gunner.
I mean, that is very wise in his case. I would definitely also hop out of the ring and get the hell out of there.
And, I sent security down to the ring to apprehend the ultimate predator. After seeing, several of them being tossed around like rag dolls, additional security, some superstars from the back would make their way out. The lights would go out, circus music would play. When they come back on, T-Wolf has vanished. So T-Wolf apparently is lurking around here somewhere at the OVO Arena in Wembley, England, and that is quite frightening, actually.
It really is. And must I say, as a child, I loved the circus. The circus was something I look forward to. Now I hear circus music and I want to get the hell out of town. Not even the venue. The second I hear circus music, I am calling my chauffeur and I'm leaving.
Well, unfortunately for you, you can't do that because you have a show to run, and leaving in the middle of the show just does not sound like a good thing. So, and apparently we need to get shirts made that say "I love the down position." So,
Oh boy.
I will freshen up on my commentating here. I was a little caught off guard with T-Wolf showing up and all that jazz. But match number 2, Lavender.
Yeah, that was the triple threat match with our Apex Tag Team Champion from the New Breed, Brockus. Then there was the All Revolution Elite, Johnny Rockstar, the Hit Squad, King of Drunk Style, D-Knight. It was a intense battle. Having all of them in that, like, the triple threat, it was something for the books for sure. And for match 2, you're really setting a tone of hard work and setting a tone of destruction.
Absolutely. And these 3 individuals, I mean, they all have something to prove as a tag team, a solidified tag team in CWN, with the New Breed being the tag champions that they are, with the American Revolution Elite trying to get into that picture, trying to get into that scene, whether it be dethroning the Apex Tag Team Champions or the ACW Tag Team Champions. And then obviously you have the Hit Squad, who we haven't seen in a couple of weeks, who are just raring to go, especially after what happened with them in that potential unification match that they had with the New Breed. Now, I do want to say the bigger individual in this match is the King of Drunk Style, D-Knight, and he showed that power early, literally bull rushing through Brockus and Johnny Rockstar, and just literally ragdolling these 2 men for a great duration of the match. Eventually, these 2 men would decide that it is in their best interest to work together, as they would double team and take out the King of Drunk Style, sending him to the outside of the ring. Brockus and Johnny Rockstar would both hit the King of Drunk Style with crossbodies off the top ropes to the outside, sending the big man to the hard, very thinly padded concrete floor out there, and would continue inside the ring, back and forth action, body slams, drop kicks, suplexes, just momentum shifts after momentum shifts between both of these individuals. However, the King of Drunk Style will make it to his feet, grab a hold of the ankle of Johnny Rockstar, distracting Johnny Rockstar. Johnny Rockstar would turn, hit him with a double-footed kick through the rope, sending the King of Drunk Style back to the ground. As soon as Johnny Rockstar would turn around, he would receive the Russian roulette, that devastating maneuver from Brockus. Brockus would hook the legs as the referee would count 1, 2, 3. Your winner of the first triple threat match of the evening, a member of the New Breed, Brockus.
I adore Brockus. I am glad that he won, and it was a great match overall. So I'm impressed with the work. And for match 2, I really think that if that's match 2, by the end of the night, we're going to have one hell of a show.
You know, I am going to get our superstars and our fans, all of them, hooked on phonics because there's this very simple instruction on all of our shows that say, if you click on this link, hit OK, then we can see who's actually saying all of these amazing comments and jokes and things of that nature instead of just seeing Facebook user. I feel like we have a roster full of Facebook user.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like it's not hard to do at all.
And someone said
Shall we continue on?
is too old to be doing the Russian roulette. That is
I wouldn't let Brackus hear that.
That is very disrespectful.
I don't think you really want to say that to his face.
Well, I mean, they didn't even reveal who said it, so guess it doesn't matter. Moving on, Bluegrass Wolf is here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. At least one of our superstars understands how to follow instructions. Match number 3, I believe, Lavi.
Yes, it is a singles match. It's the first beat the buzzer match. The best time gets to choose the stipulation for the AAC match in the October pay-per-view. And this match was with the Brutality champion Sabrina versus Dark Circus's Dark Mayhem.
And ladies and gentlemen, please forgive Lavender D. She just can't go anywhere without her dog. I mean, it's been this new thing. Ever since we came to international waters, she carries this puppy around with her, whether it's in her purse, whether it's on a leash, whether she's just actually carrying it in her arms. This dog is here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So if you hear barking in the background, just understand it is not anything to be worried about. It's just Lavender D's dog.
I'm so sorry. I was not aware the live stream could hear her. She wants to go back to the hotel. She heard the Dark Circus music and she is ready to go home now. She does not want to be in the stadium.
Or she smelled the popcorn and cotton candy and she just wants popcorn and cotton candy.
I don't know about that. Anyways, back to the show. It was hard-hitting action that entire match. The Brutality champion showed why she is the Brutality champion. And I mean, Dark Mayhem made it very clear why he is a part of the Dark Circus. The gruesome attacks.
Hold on, time out. Listen, somebody please get Austin some Faygo. He has to get ready for this interview. And if someone's stealing Faygo out of people's refrigerators in their locker room, that is absolutely sad. Sad.
I mean, maybe someone's on the GM side and knows Austin Kruger is up to no good, and so they're trying to spite him.
I blame Sarabai. I'm just going to throw it out there. Sarabai's probably the one who did it.
Maybe Sarabai was thirsty, and if you're not in your locker room protecting the precious Faygo that our roster loves so much, that's a you problem.
He's probably in a locker room somewhere protecting.
Yeah, has Austin even looked? That's
like
my question. Austin, go check some locker rooms.
In your bag later, but carry on with this match. First, beat the clock challenge. Now, listen. The stipulation is if Dark Mayhem wins the beat the clock challenge, he gets to pick the stipulation for the All Allegiance Championship match that he'll have at the next pay-per-view in October. If the mailman who's in action later on in the evening wins, then he gets to pick the stipulation. So this is a huge opportunity for both of these guys. Now, I was thinking that we would hear some history of the Dark Circus throughout the week. Sabrina being a former member of the first original Dark Circus, after they found people to be a part of that crazy faction, versus the new member of this Dark Circus 2.0, some would say, Dark Mayhem. Both of these individuals, I mean, Sabrina, psycho as all get up, probably has about 2 screws and a couple of bolts just dangling around in her head because of how insane she is. definitely took it to Dark Mayhem. I don't think he was expecting it.
No, not at all.
At that type of aggressiveness. I'm sure he was expecting a fight because it's, Dark Mayhem. But I don't think he was expecting Sabrina to just come out the gates full blown, just flying fists and elbows and claws and kicks and knees. And she took it to Dark Mayhem, backed him into a corner on several occasions, had him in a down, I'm saying it, hashtag down position in the corner, and looked to be setting up for a double knee maneuver in that corner. But Dark Mayhem, being the vet, being the thinking a soldier warrior that he is, would move out of the way. Sabrina favoring both of her knees as Dark Mayhem would take control of the match, just brutalizing Sabrina. I mean, he would look at the clock, see how much time was on there, kind of shrug it off as if he felt he had the advantage in this stipulation between him and Mailman. Eventually, Dark Mayhem would hit Sabrina with the KIA out of nowhere, planting her in the center of the ring, hooking the leg. 1, 2, 3, as the timer on the Phenometron reads what, Labby?
The timer on the Phenometron reads 4:36.
4 minutes and 36 seconds is the time that Mailman has to beat in order to be the one who chooses the stipulation. So looking forward to that match between Mailman and another member of the Dark Circus, Dark Princess. And it was Dominator who said Brockus was too old to do the Russian roulette. I think Dominator doesn't care if he makes people mad, to be honest.
I mean, I know he's changed a lot.
Lappy. See? I called it. Sarah did it. I freaking called it. I should be a detective.
Where are my security? How did he get under my desk?
Freaking Austin trolling the king troll himself. That is funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Come here, baby.
Very funny. And listen, Austin Kruger probably went to go find some cotton candy. He probably gave up on the Faygo because everyone stole all of his, and now it's in random places in the freaking arena here, and now he's looking for cotton candy. So, and there's Lavender's dog that she has been carrying around with her. While Labby is showing off,
that is a nice cat.
That's a dog.
It goes moo.
Somebody send this man to school. He doesn't know his animals. He doesn't know his animal sounds. That makes me worried for Austin Jr.
Austin Jr.
He's related to Zeffy too. It's
Match number 4, PCW Intercontinental Championship match. It features the current champion, the Next Level James Rose, versus the real Tim Cyphers. And during this match, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Cyphers would take advantage of the overconfidence shown by the Next Level James Rose. James Rose was walking into this match with the thought in his head that he's always beaten Tim Cyphers. He has never lost a title to Tim Cyphers. He is just, quote unquote, he owns Tim Cyphers. And Tim Cyphers took that personally, but also used it to his advantage. Every time James Rose would get the momentum and look like he was going to be securing a big move or a big victory, Tim Cyphers would turn it on him and use it to his advantage. Both of these men went back and forth, just brutalizing, beating the holy hell out of each other. James Rhodes would have Tim Cyphers set up with the WDE off that top rope. However, Tim Cyphers would wiggle out of that hold and shove the next level James Rhodes off the top turnbuckle, causing him to fall face first onto the mat. Tim Cyphers would use the top rope to execute the curb stomp on James Rhodes, hook the leg, but James Rhodes would power out at 2, which shocked everyone here in England. They were like, holy smokes, what in the world's going on? James Rhodes start fighting back, gaining momentum, getting back into the match. And he would go for a clothesline, but Tim would duck underneath James Rhodes, almost crashing into the referee. The referee's cowering, protecting himself in the corner. And Tim Cyphers kicks James Rhodes right in the testicles, ladies and gentlemen, out of the vision of the referee, who's still covering his face because he thought he was going to get destroyed. James Rhodes immediately grabs, you know what, drops to the mat again. Cyphers would hit another curb stomp, hooking the leg. The referee would count 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new PCW Intercontinental Champion, the real Tim Cyphers. Cyphers is celebrating, ladies and gentlemen, holding up the new championship that he has, feeling, excited, happy. He's just won a championship he's never had before. Rhodes will make it to his feet, and Rhodes walks over to Tim, holds his hand out, shakes Tim Cyphers' hand. He goes to lift Tim Cyphers' arm up in celebration of his victory, and would clothesline Tim Cyphers' head almost clean off of his body, and would assault the real Tim Cyphers all the way until additional referees and officials would make their way out to the ring to restrain the next level James Rhodes. So something to look forward to in regards to this feud now, renewed feud between the next level James Rhodes and the real Tim Cyphers.
I think that we're definitely not. I think we're going to see these two in the ring for a while. I think this is going to be a feud that we're going to be dealing with for quite some time.
Lavi, before we jump into the next match, have you been seeing all of the rumors and messages from the Riddler himself, the Riddle Man himself? I mean, time is ticking, and he keeps hinting that it's getting close to him returning. Any updates on that?
There are no updates. I've definitely seen them, but with our signing contracts and stuff like that, there's nothing to update because we don't really know a lot yet. I'm going to pretend I am not seeing these comments, and I am moving on to the next match. A lady doesn't talk about these things.
Austin is out here just roasting people. I can't wait until later on tonight. I literally cannot. Carry on, Lavi.
I'm glad you're excited.
I will control the comments that we're getting while you talk about the next match.
All right, so the next match was another triple threat match. It was the Apex Tag Team Champion from New Breed, the Michael the Angel, with the American Revolution Elite, Casey Luchador, and Hit Squad, the heavy hitter, JJ Streeter. And it was chaotic. It was very interesting. We saw basically every single move that all of these competitors knew how to do. They really left their bodies on the line here. By the end of the match, they were really struggling. You could tell that this was so exhausting for them. But in the end, JJ was able to come on top. He was able to show these men, put them in their place, and he got the 1, 2, 3 at the end.
And JJ was ready to go, literally ready to go from the point the first person's music played in this match to the point where the referee called for the bell. JJ was all business. I mean, we saw not one, but 2 heavy-handed rights. One to Casey Luchador, nearly spinning his mask backwards. He hit him so dang hard. And the other one to Michael the Angel, nearly, knocking the halo clean off of the top of his head. But JJ Streeter standing victorious in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, as Brockus would make his way out. Then the heavy hitter's partner, the King of Drunk Style, would make his way out. And all three of these men are in the ring, and Michael gets back to his feet, and Casey Luchador gets back to his feet, and we have a huge brawl happening here while Casey Luchador is on the outside of the ring. Here comes Johnny Rockstar running down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, as him and Casey Luchador will climb to the top rope, hitting double in sync in stereo crossbodies to the other four men in the ring, sending them to the outside as the American Revolution Elite would stand tall at the end of the match. Now, they may have lost tonight. However, they have the last laugh in regards to this feud that we have between these three amazing tag teams.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, he just doesn't stop. Like, somebody put Kruger on mute.
No, I love Austin Kruger. You're the only one who seems to have an issue with him.
That's because he seems to secretly have an issue with me, and he's just framing me for shit all the time.
That's allegedly, Lavender. We can't just point the blame at people.
I point blame at
It's
him.
because I'm a juggalo.
I don't care if you're an acrobat. I don't care who you are. Stop.
I am an acrobatic juggalo.
Lavi, as the kids say nowadays, Lavender, you sound like an op.
I sound like a what?
An op.
An op?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is that?
You're an op.
What is that?
I will tell you when we leave from here. I smell cotton candy and popcorn again.
Oh!
Carry on, Levy.
Carry on? All right. Well, this was the co-main, the non-title Beat the Buzzer. And it was Mailman versus Dark Princess. And it was intense. It was scary. Mailman, I mean, he's a veteran. He knows what he is doing. And then there is a Dark Princess who is really, she's stemming into something new. And she's kind of going out of control. The darkness is very dark with her. And she's destructive. And she's a character right now. She's very destructive.
Okay, let's just be honest. Dark Princess is absolutely terrifying. She has the same mentality as the Ultimate Predator T-Wolf, and the fact that she could care less now whether she gets pinfalls or submissions. All she cares about is hurt, harming, dismantling, dismembering, decapitating, any of the other mean, bad D words that you can think of to any of her opponents. That's all she cares about. So in this match, yeah, the Mailman showed that veteran side. He showed that in-ring experience, but he had to compete with a mix of a mix of Crisis and T-Wolf and just all that embodied into one. And it was a harsh, hard-hitting match. Dark Princess is smart, though, ladies and gentlemen, because right as the timer got to 4 minutes and 23 seconds, she's down. She just received the return to sender. Mailman's getting ready to get in position for a pinfall, and she rolls out of the ring, wasting time, mind you, to support and help in regards to this stipulation for a member in the Dark Circus. Mailman would go out, they would play cat and mouse, she would run around the ring, she would get back in, he would get back in, she would get out, she'd go around the ring, he'd get out. You know, they do this for quite some time, and she would eventually go for that royal knockout. Mailman would reverse out of it, hit her with another return to sender, hooked the leg as the referee would count 1, 2, 3, but the timer on the phenometron reads 5 minutes. So the winner of the Beat the Clock Challenge is none other than Dark Mayhem. And I am very, very interested to see what that stipulation is that he picks. And I assure everyone around the world that it is going to be one hell of a match between those two. But let's jump right into the second co-main event of the evening. Non-title match, but it does feature the new PCW Universal Champion Sarah versus the man we just were mentioning, the Saint of Suffering, the Prophet of Doom, Crisis. And if you thought the last match was hard to watch, was hard hitting, was very violent, very destructive, wait until you see this one. Because Crisis and Sarah both embody that ultra-violent mind state, that ultra-violent style of wrestling, and they definitely put it on display, busting each other open, bleeding all over the place, continuing the fight non-stop, just stamina on another level as they would continue for 10 minutes into this match. No slowing down, just beating the hell out of each other. Not even going for pinfalls, not trying to go for submissions. They were trying to prove a point to one another.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah has Crisis set up, hits him, boom, with one ancient history, the mandible claw slam. Crisis sits up. Doesn't even give Sarah a chance to pin him. Sarah locks him in the mandible claw again, pulls him to his feet, lifts him up, slams him down again, boom. 2 ancient histories. Again, Crisis would sit up. Go for it again. But this time, the lights begin to flicker. The Jumbotron, the Phenometron flicks on as unhinged face is appearing on the screen, distracting Sarah. Crisis would bide his time, wait until the screen goes blank. Sarah would turn around. Crisis hits him with a black hole slam. Crisis goes for a pinfall, but Sabrina the Psycho's music plays as she comes running down the ramp, gets to the apron, distracting the Saint of Suffering as he gets to his feet. He locks eyes with Sabrina, allowing Sarah to roll up Crisis as the referee counts 1, 2, 3. Your winner, the PCW Universal Champion, Sarah. However, I don't think that is Sabrina's smartest decision because the circus music began to play. The lights would go out for a moment. They come back on, and Dark Princess is literally standing right behind Sabrina. And Sarah's in the ring trying to tell, his wife, like, look behind you. He doesn't realize that Crisis is on his feet behind him, and all hell breaks loose as these 4 individuals are just throwing bombs at each other. Just haymaker after haymaker. Security and all that jazz get involved, and we even had to clear out the locker room because these 4 individuals just were not giving up, not quitting. And, the most frightful thing I've experienced with the Dark Circus is the fact that as soon as those lights go off and they come on, like, how the hell are they gone so fast? Like, do they have special, like, portals that they're, like, stepping into? Like, is it like the green things in Mario? Like, they're going down green tubes in the arena or something? Like, they're just gone, leaving everyone to wonder what the hell is going on. But Lavender, you have to make your way down to the ring to prepare for this interview that you're having with Austin Kruger and Jackson Law. So I am Malcolm King, CEO of CWN, ACW, PCW. I will see you all next week in some other international place that we have decided that we're going to go. I will be outside in the limo waiting for you, Lavender, for when all of this is done.
You're leaving me in the building alone.
With both of them, yep. You got this. I have to take a very important phone
I
call.
have.
I mean, I have a phone call I got to take, so it's all yours.
A phone call you can take in my office. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my love has abandoned me, apparently, but we have a very important Inside the Ropes interview with Austin Kruger and Jackson Law himself. So without further ado, though Austin Kruger has made his presence already aware during the show, let's welcome Austin Kruger.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your one and only Austin Kruger! And I finally got my weed.
I'm very glad you got your weed. Did you get any Fago?
I found it in your fucking purse.
I can promise you I didn't put it there.
Bullshit. Is this Canadian weed?
Fago?
Is this Canadian weed? Are you from Canadian? Canada? Canadian, wow.
Why would I import Canadian weed? It's definitely Icelandic weed if it's mine.
No, it's mine now, bitch. Well, it was in your purse. I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, how you got it on the plane and all that shit, not Jackson, Malcolm King has a lot of great connections. I get it. So what's up? You know, this is an expensive contract that Andy Owens paid. I just want to remember everyone that. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Andy fucking Little Twerp Owens, that fucking blueberry.
I mean, we did pay a pretty penny for you to be here.
Did you say a puppy penny?
Yeah, a puppy penny.
Were you looking at your dog when you said that?
Yeah.
Is that what inspired you?
Exactly. So, Austin, how are you?
Fantastic. I'm grinding my weed. Hold your horses. Don't you off at me.
Austin.
Lavender. We can do this all fucking night.
I'll give you a moment for your weed then.
Thank you. Huh. Is Jackson Law coming here yet? Where the fuck is that guy?
I'm not sure where Jackson is right now.
Why the fuck not?
I don't have a tracker.
A lot of shit's been going on, dog. A lot of shit's been going on. And I'm not calling you dog because I see you're a dog because I don't see your dog, you know?
What do you have to say about what is going on right now? And what has been
a lot
going
of
on
crazy fucking shit, okay? A lot of crazy fucking shit. What else do I gotta say? You haven't been in my goddamn shoes. You may be famous and glory just because of CWN, but I travel I'm everywhere. Everyone wants Austin Kruger. Everyone. And I fucking hate it. I hate being the target. The target sucks. I can't take a shit anymore. Can you take shits privately?
Oh, yeah.
Well, great for you. I can't.
I have a lot of privacy as much as I model and I do this and I have many things. I have very good security.
You model?
Why do you think I'm so rich?
Malcolm King?
No. I make my own money too.
That's not what he told me, but okay.
Where's Jackson?
I don't know where Jackson. You introduce him then. Maybe if you say, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of all time.
I would never say the greatest of all time.
Lavy, Austin. Look, up here, big screen, Phenometron. Yes, Jackson Law is unfortunately not in Wembley, England. Like,
I didn't want to be here either. What the fuck?
Why would I travel to this cesspool of ingrates who claim the fame is brewing tea? Like, why would I show up for that, Lavender? Because you and Malcolm told me to.
Because we paid you a pretty penny.
Well, Lavender, you can take that pretty penny and shove it because I'm not here. And let's get something clear. I'm not here.
You're telling me I did not need to abort the plane?
You
What the fuck?
you both were supposed to be here today.
I didn't want to be here. I just decided to, hey, look, a plane. I'm going to hop on that plane. Hey, look, guys that I travel with. All right, whatever. I didn't think nothing I was going to this goddamn city. I came in here and some juggaho was saying whoop whoop. Granted, I fucked
You
her
just
later,
walked into
but
a
it
plane
doesn't
and said,
matter.
"Those are my friends."
There might be some junket kids in England. Thanks to me. Austin motherfucking Kruger.
Well,
Lavender, I want to say this before you carry on with this interview. I didn't show up here tonight
Pussy.
because it's for Austin's protection, Lavender. I mean, it's for your protection. You would be in harm's way if Jackson Law were to show up and be in this exact same ring, in the exact same building, in the exact same country as Austin Kruger.
England doesn't deserve that energy.
They absolutely do not. That's why I'm here via satellite. So, Lavender,
Fucking jealous.
I am enjoying my time here in Los Angeles,
Smells like shit.
in the United States, away from all of this trash that you guys call England in the OVO arena. Please carry on with
You
your
like the
interview.
Patriots?
can we talk about what's been happening lately? That you cost Kruger his world title to Sarah by. Then you and your Dark Circus, we believe, are behind weird occurrences that were happening to Kruger. Can you explain what's been happening and why you are sabotaging someone who used to be your friend?
Listen, Lavender, I can clear all of the questions and was it really Jackson and is it really the Dark Circus? The answer is yes. Okay? The Unhinged, myself, we decided that I have to go on a mission, Lavender, a mission of unfinished business, and it starts with Austin Kruger. And yeah, we may have had a structure almost fall on Austin Kruger. We may have had lights and smoke and mirrors and all that jazz happening in his locker room. We may have even had something to do with him losing to a pathetic nobody like Sarabai. But the reason for it, Austin, is very, very simple. You and I happen to be one and the same, but polar opposites. See, I am in the heavens with all of this around me, and Austin is in the opposite of the heavens doing his juggalo thing. But there comes a time, Lavender, there comes a time, Austin, where we have to meet in the middle and decide who really is the best. Because I've said it my entire career, I am the best that there is, the best that there ever will be. But am I really the best when everyone loves Austin Kruger so much? They give Austin Kruger all of this love.
Lo, remember the first time you and I met? Let's just talk about that for a second. Off the cuff. The chemistry then, management couldn't contain. Years and years that we have been doing this, and the chemistry that gets inside that ring is far from anything. When I say you are the greatest, that's great. I mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I proved it every day in and day out of what I can do. It gets boring. You're the only guy that you are the rival. You are my Sasuke to Naruto. You know, it's fun. It's amazing. No one else in this locker room can really top that. But I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of living in the light. I want to go back to the shadows and back into the depths of my depression and back to when I first started. Because that's the only true sideshow of me, you know what I mean?
The only true sideshow of Austin Kruger. Well, listen, Austin Kruger, we will help you. We will heal you, Austin Kruger, through as much hurt, pain, torture destruction that is.
I don't want to feel anything anymore.
And we plan, Austin, to do that because I think it is time for the world to see the devil in you, Austin, the monster that lurks deep inside of you. And I will bring that monster out. I will bring it to light. I will make Lavender D and Malcolm King wish I was never a part of their roster when I pull that monster out of you and I reveal it to the world and you cause the destruction that I orchestrate for you to cause. But until then, Lavender, to answer your question from one of your fans or one of the fans of this company, why when we used to be friends, very simple. All of these dimwits, these idiots, these morons, these sheep need to pay attention to the story. Because I said I am done being overshadowed by individuals who I outshine all the time. And it starts, fortunately, with Austin Kruger. Next question, Lavi.
I feel like there's just some things that why is it that you think that you are so much better? And why are we choosing Austin to be the beginning of your terror?
Austin said it, Lavi. There's nobody else in this locker room, on your roster, in this world, as far as professional wrestling goes, that is on this level with me, except for the man that I'm looking at right now. And
no, unhinged, took that away. And after that, I shined. I went on. I did bigger and better things for myself. I made Juggalo waves. I made trends. I sold my soul to the fucking devil who calls himself a god. How can a god be so devilish is beyond me. But if it's the god that I gotta worship to bring out the demons, to terrorize each and every one of everyone in the locker room, I fucking will. And when the monster comes out, it won't be precious. It won't be nice. It'll be the most demonic shit.
And there's your answer, Lavender. Do you have any other questions for me? Any other questions for Austin Kruger?
No. I think we've cleared a lot of what needed to be talked about.
If everybody would listen up, if he gets through me, everyone, run. Watch out. Because if he gets through me, there ain't no turning back.
Lavender, I hope you and Malcolm are ready for the chaos. And Austin, beware and welcome to the circus.
As ladies and gentlemen, as Jackson Law exited out, as he does in New England, can I get everybody screaming, whoop, whoop!
Well, you heard it here. You know where we are, and we thank you for joining the show.